On a warm summer day, 9 years ago, I was walking back to my office after lunch with my good friend Dave Van Blurkham. Engaged in animated conversation, we arrived at the major intersection where Mount Diablo Boulevard crosses North California Boulevard. We paused, waiting for the lights to change. They soon did, and the walk sign flashed, accompanied by "The walk sign is on" audio message announcing it was safe to cross. We stepped off the curb and into the crosswalk. Dave was to my right. We were just a few steps into the crosswalk when my peripheral vision picked up a car in the near right lane moving directly towards us. I instinctively jumped up to avoid being hit. At the apex of my jump, the car struck my feet and lower legs. The kinetic energy from the advancing 3,500-pound vehicle spun my 175-pound body like a rag doll from vertical to horizontal, landing me hard on the hood of the car. My lower left arm and fist absorbed the brunt of the impact. The driver belatedly slammed on the brakes, which then caused me to roll forward across the hood and off the front of the car. Somehow, I managed to land and stay on my feet. I immediately marched around the front of the car and up to the driver's side. The window was rolled up, and through it I saw an older, gray-haired woman wearing very thick glasses, hands on the steering wheel, frozen in terror. With my knuckle, I tapped on her window. It rolled down just halfway. She was stone silent. Sternly and curtly I said, "You shouldn't be driving." Still no response. My anger began to subside, and a tinge of empathy seemed to arise. At that point, I noticed the traffic in the lane behind her was backing up. My eyes darted around, looking for a place she could pull over for a conversation. Not seeing a nearby option, I finally turned to her and waved her away, saying, "Just get out of here." With no protest or hesitation, she turned and sped away. As the backed up traffic began to move through, the drivers behind asked if I was okay. I assured them I was fine. This entire episode lasted perhaps a minute. My emotions had gone from fear to relief to anger to empathy, as I sought to make sense of what was going on. Back in the office a few minutes later, I shared this experience with our assistant, Debbie. She listened intently and then proceeded to scold me. She said I should have gotten the lady's information and should have reported the incident to the police. Debbie then added sternly, "Now she'll probably hit someone else." A few minutes later, I called my wife Donna and relayed the same story. She listened patiently to the end, then paused and exclaimed, "You mean you just let her go? Now she's going to hit someone else, and they won't be so lucky as you." I actually don't recall ever feeling the emotion of "lucky me" during this episode. What I was feeling now was more a sense of guilt, and perhaps even remorse, for all the innocent pedestrians my inaction had placed in mortal jeopardy. I had gone from victim to villain in this story. So, what happened here?